Warning: the No AC Only Fans podcast may include content not suited for non-mature audiences who can't take a joke. We would like to apologize to absolutely fucking nobody. Enjoy.
Welcome in to the No AC Only Fans podcast with your host, Big Crispy, aka Big Simpin, aka Mr. Down Bad, Tyler Gum, sitting across all the table, like always, can't speak today, my man, Christian Klein.
Hey, we back and we better than ever. And I just want to let y'all know we just vlogged over at Label's crib, and that shit is hilarious as fuck. You guys are gonna have to go check out that vlog episode 2 and check out that vlog episode 1 if you have not yet on the No AC Only Fans exclusive YouTube channel.
That shit was pretty fire, wasn't it?
Oh, it's good as fuck. I went over there for about 10 minutes and completely roasted his ass and came back over to my crib.
I can't believe he. I hope that motherfuckers don't watch the vlog. Those motherfuckers sleeping on the floor.
Oh my god!
You imagine he's like, we gotta watch this shit, and he plays it on the TV for him, and they see you roasting their bed set up.
Oh, I don't give a fuck,
bro. You have to be down bad to be sleeping on the floor.
Like, damn, you couldn't even have brought over a mattress pad. Jesus,
2 people, bro. 2 people sleeping on that tiny little thing.
I know.
That's why I'm thinking, like, there might be something going on there with all 3 of them being in the same place.
Oh my god. Are you talking about some old dude at work type shit?
Some old dude at work type shit, you know? You ever had a threesome with a girl and another guy? Type shit.
Nah.
You don't think that's what's going on?
I hope the fuck not.
It seems a little bit too odd.
I don't know, bro. I think it's just some people need a place to stay and he's letting them sleep there. You feel me? So he kicked out 1 homeless bitch and brought in 2 more.
Well, I don't know if he kicked out the homeless bitch or she just wanted to leave. Do you think? But she was just as bad at him with her episodes and shit. You know what I mean? Like, they was both flipping out all the time over dumb shit.
I think that type shit will happen when you abuse alcohol and other drugs.
Yeah, when you get in fights for no reason.
Yeah, that'll do it.
You can't be going to the bar causing fights and shit, then coming home drunk, yelling, screaming, and then mix that with him being drunk, yelling, and screaming. Shit just don't mix.
It don't.
You look. I'm surprised he hasn't murdered anybody yet. Does that sound bad?
Nah, I think he's more of a threat to himself than he is to other people. Whatever.
When he gets drunk, I mean, yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, definitely check out the vlog. I mean, that shit was cool as fuck. I put a lot of editing into it. If you haven't already, subscribe to both channels, you know, comment.
Please
like and
subscribe. We need the subscribers.
We need the engagements, people. You know, comment on some shit. Let us know what you want us to do. You want us to do something specific? Maybe do a little skit. See a little something come up. You know, you got to let us know so we can get on it.
Skits are coming soon. It's just, I want to do some shit outside.
It's just too cold.
It's just too cold right now. It's miserable over here.
You know what we can
Columbus,
record?
Ohio.
We can record our little, own little skits. You know what I mean? Like the welfare, or not the welfare, what the fuck, disability.
Oh, we could do that, but we're going to have to do some of that shit outside.
Yeah. But, I mean, that's not as bad. You're not like you're outside for hours. We're just shooting a little segment.
Yeah, you're right.
We need to go do that at you know whose house, though.
We need to do,
because they got a nice little garage.
Yeah, we need to do that at my parents' crib.
We do some funny shit like that. I mean, other things are obviously bound to come and shit like that. And then we getting in the habit of using the little old brown book some more.
Damn straight.
I know you got some questions.
Got the little brown book is back. Should have had some twinkling stars to that.
I don't know I'm sure I could do that, but.
Look who's got a letter. Look who's got a letter. Look who's got a letter. I wonder who it's from. Oh,
Bro.
State of Ohio disability.
Bro.
Workers' comp. Wow.
Blue's Clues used to make mail so cool.
I know,
And then now
bro.
you an adult, you get mail, and you're like, damn, the gas bill, the electric bill.
Just like that fucking meme where it's got the UPS truck, the Amazon shit, and the USPS, and it said Christmas for Santa for adults, and the other one said, not that white truck. Them motherfucker bringing bills.
For real, bro. $600 that you owe to the government bills.
I really took some time, and actually, it didn't really take much time. It probably took 10 minutes right before I started vlogging today. But anyway, I wrote a wide variety of questions because I wanted to get Big Crispy's take, and I wanted to get you guys' take, get you thinking a little bit outside of the box. So for the first question that came to mind, because I've been fucking watching some Netflix shows and shit about murderers and shit, you know.
About murderers.
So the first question I got for you is basically about capital punishment. The murderers deserve to live, or should we take it by a circumstantial basis? Each case is different. It's more of a morality question.
I think, yeah, because it also, I think that depends on what did the murderer do? Like, did the murderer murder a baby? Or did the murderer murder a pedophile?
Okay, so
you know what I think it also is a circumstantial thing, but do they deserve to live? Not all of them.
Not all of them.
But I also think there's people that get put on death row for shit that they really don't, they didn't mean to do. Kind of like that truck driver situation out in what is that, Colorado right now?
Yeah,
That
but
happened.
that could happen to anybody.
Yeah,
though,
but like
for
he
real.
didn't mean to do that, yet they fucking put him in jail for life or whatever.
Nah, but they reduced it.
They did.
They ended up reducing
I was gonna say I
it.
haven't
You
seen
can't
it
help
more.
when your brakes fail, but like I kind of get like it's kind of one of those things. Did he know that his brakes were failing? Because as you guys know, there are stations up on the side of the road when your brakes fail, because obviously that shit happens when it comes to those type of vehicles. You go up. I know you've seen them on the side of the mountains
the
and shit.
runaway
Yeah.
ramps. But and they said he passed several, but at the same time, if you didn't know your brakes were failing, how the fuck are you supposed to know you got to hit one of those?
That's true, but in the same breath, you use your brakes so often. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Do you really
need
though?
to-
If you're on the highway, do you really use your brakes that often?
in those type trucks, probably.
Probably. I don't know. I
man.
always just let off the gas pedal and let myself slow down most of the time.
I mean, the way people be dodging and dipping all around you and shit when you're in one of those vehicles. Maybe he did know. Maybe he didn't know. Whatever. But his brakes failed. I don't think he meant to fucking kill somebody. But that's besides the point.
You're talking about like people that plan to murder people.
Yeah. No,
Are you
not
just
really.
in
In this
general?
instance, I was just saying in the broad scheme of things. But since you brought up the pedophile thing, I think people that kill people in the crime of passion, I don't think they should go to jail for very long. That's like when you come home and you catch your girl in bed with somebody else and you fucking just pull out a gun and fucking blow his head off. That's a crime of passion.
You don't think they should go to jail for long for that?
No. You don't. You don't. For real, you don't.
That's a little bit wild, bro.
Crime of I think in the state of South Carolina, if you catch your wife in bed with somebody else and you kill them, you only end up going to jail for like a year or two. For real.
That's crazy, dude. I don't know. That's a little too much.
But it's
I don't
like
think,
it's
like-
like a crime of passion. Like you're
You
so
just in the
angry, you're
moment?
just in the moment, like, bah!
That's
Or sometimes
crazy.
they'll kill their wife. I think you go to jail longer.
Oh,
for
yeah, if you
killing the
killed your
wife.
significant other or
Yeah.
your family, yeah, you deserve to go to jail for a while, especially if you did it on purpose. So you're just basically walking the fine line between like people that do it on purpose and people that do it just because of the heat of the moment.
It's a question of morality. Or
Well, then wouldn't you consider a crime of passion anytime somebody gets in an argument at the bar and a shooting happens like that? Two people are arguing, or whatever, and then somebody pulls out a gun and shoots? Wouldn't you consider that a crime of passion because it was in the moment?
Well, first of all, you're not supposed to handle any type of gun when you're intoxicated.
Okay, not in the bar, but I'm saying I don't want to stereotype these type of situations, but when you're
talk about drive-bys and shit.
No, I'm not saying drive-bys, but say like you're in the hood or something like that.
Okay,
and there may be a gathering going on or something. Maybe not that gas
party?
Station or whatever.
Okay,
two people are arguing because one people think something was going down the wrong way or whatever, and another pulls out. They start arguing. They pull pushing,
out that Glock.
They get to pushing and shoving. Somebody pulls out a weapon and shoots and kills somebody. Wouldn't you consider that crime of passion then because you're in the heat of the moment? Because I don't think the law
I think it'd be
would see
easier
it
to
that
walk
way.
away from a fucking argument at the goddamn gas station than coming home and seeing your wife, who you plan to spend the rest of your life with, betray you in the worst way.
So you're saying,
And what if it was somebody you fucking knew too?
Oh yeah, I mean, would you really kill him though?
I don't know.
If you was in that situation,
Probably not. I don't think it'd be worth going through all that headache.
would you just beat his ass? Do you feel like you should be able to assault him and not get
either
away
way?
with
It's
it?
going to end with some charges.
True.
So it's like you could just be like, well, fuck it. I'd take pictures of it, take that shit to court where she couldn't take my shit.
Bro, that's the problem though. There's people that have had proof of their significant other being unfaithful, and they still lose the court case and still have to give over half their shit. Isn't that some shit?
Ways around that.
That's the problem with certain states and like laws and the system. Because honestly, in the state of Ohio's
bad.
it favors the woman more than the man.
Oh yeah, of course.
You really have to have some real proof to do some shit, like drug charges or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You have to have a good significant amount of evidence against somebody if you are a man trying to win a case against a woman.
Better get that prenup.
Yeah, you can do that and see how far that goes. But I mean,
well, then what's the fucking use then?
sometimes they don't work. I don't know.
Well, no,
Weird
there's
shit.
prenups. That's legal.
But I've seen some prenups that failed.
No, fuck that. Not if you
and
got the
people
right
still
lawyer
get
and
away
shit.
with it.
No, they can't do that. If
Dude, it's happened.
I don't.
They
think so.
they can't do it, but it's happened.
That's bullshit.
But I agree. If you're murdering a pedophile or something like that, then
That's doing the Lord's work.
I don't think people like, especially people of rape victims, like you see it like their child gets raped and then the father or the mother go out and kill the person. Those people probably shouldn't go to jail for a long time.
30 days.
But if you're planning to actually just fucking kill somebody, then yeah, you should probably like
Are you talking like premeditative?
yeah, like that, or if you just murder somebody to murder, like you kind of. That's my problem though. Premeditated murder and like fucking murder are really almost like regular murder and passion. Considering a passion crime are almost like the same thing because you do it in the moment. Like you got an argument and you didn't mean to choke the bitch out or something like that whole Gabby fucking thing.
Gabby Petito.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like you kind of have to put those two and two in the same category if you're going to consider it. Like it's kind of weird. And then like premeditated murder is like you actually planning to kill somebody.
Yeah.
Like you remember when we were talking about on the podcast that one time when I said if I was going to kill somebody, how I was going to do it. And I had a whole plan in place.
Oh yeah, you're going to jail.
What do you mean I'm going to jail? You think I would really go to jail? You don't think I'd get away with it?
I think in the state of West Virginia, you can get away with some shit. Because if they ain't got a body, they ain't got a case.
True. But if they also have no evidence, how the hell are they going to get you?
If they got a body, what, did they find the body? Or
all
did
you
they
got to
not
do
find
is
the body?
find somebody that lives off the grid.
That's pretty much a lot of people in the state.
Exactly.
Or Wyoming or...
Yeah. And just somehow...
Watching Yellowstone really got me thinking, like, they really don't give a fuck, like, about what goes on the reservation. It's out in the fucking middle of nowhere anyway. You can hide a body anywhere out there.
True.
The reservation's where shit goes to disappear. They got their own police anyway.
Yep. Hey, I mean, if it happens, it happens. But I don't know. Do murderers deserve to die? Most of them, yeah. Some of them, no.
So it's basically case by case basis.
But that's the problem, though, with case by case basis too, is that if there's not enough evidence.
What about some mentally ill shit where people claim they're mentally ill? They didn't, but like I feel like
that's kind of hard. You should, if you kill somebody, and then you claim that we're mentally unstable, and they do a check on you and stuff, and you come back as being mentally unstable, they should just lock your ass up.
But that's when you have to question. Don't you have to be severely mentally unstable to do something like that?
I mean, how hard would it to be to fake that shit? You can fake.
Yeah, but like
you're mentally unstable.
Let's talk about the Jeffrey Dahmer thing.
Okay.
That motherfucker was clearly mentally deranged. Killed all these men, fucking took drills and drilled into their fucking skulls and basically performed his own version of lobotomies to try to make them into zombies, but ended up killing most of them. But he fucking cut off people's heads and fucking put their body parts in like gallon drums that you would put oil in and would eat their penises and balls and fucking brains and shit. Like, how the fuck are you not mentally deranged and you're able to do that shit?
Oh no, that's fucked up mentally, but do
you think? But my question for you is, do you think the fucking prosecutors and shit just looked at, oh my God, this motherfucker did the most gruesome, evil shit. He has to die. Even if he was severely mentally deranged, because clearly he was. Because you have to be that mentally deranged to do something like that.
Yeah, but he probably still deserves not to be walking on the earth.
Here's what I'm saying.
Here's my opinion. If he did it to one person and he was caught and they were like, yo, this guy's fucked up, then yeah, maybe, they would have let him slide or just did some time and got him some mental help. But the fact that he did it to multiple people, yeah, you deserve.
We're going to look up the number.
That's kind of like
I think it was like 16 men or something.
Yeah, but this is my thing. That's kind of like one of them situations where it's like, if you can't let a disease, say, cancer or something. Let's use this term. Jeffrey Dahmer was a cancer to society, right? You can't keep letting that cancer grow, spread, and killing things.
Yeah.
Or it's going to ruin it's just going to go on a rampage at some point.
And kill you.
Yeah. Versus fucking if you just cut it out and you fucking kill it, then you don't have that problem. Then you don't have to deal with it anymore.
So is that what you're saying is he was a cancer, he needed to be killed?
Well, that's how everything is. If anything's wild, if anything's like kind of deranged like that, that's what we do. We kill it, right? A dog goes wild. A dog goes biting humans, biting children, shit like that. You put it down.
Yeah.
A human goes wild, something like that. You put them down. Fucking monkey goes wild. You put it down. You can't be letting that shit get out in the world.
Okay.
That's why you got to kill it.
I get what you're saying.
So, but I mean, do some people get killed that probably don't deserve to get killed? Yes. But there's also people that get killed that definitely deserve to be killed. So, I mean, whatever.
I get what you're saying. I think Jeffrey Dahmer definitely deserved to die. He knew what he was doing. He was just a sick fuck.
Sick fuck.
Ted Bundy too, but that motherfucker Ted Bundy was slick. That was the slickest motherfucker that ever walked the earth. And he had bitches believing he was innocent.
For real.
They're like, Ted, there's a bunch of women dying at Florida State. Aren't you in Florida right now? Yeah, but that ain't got shit to do with me. Damn, there's some motherfuckers showing up missing in Colorado. Ain't you in Colorado? Yeah, but that's just a coincidence. Ain't got nothing to do with me. They're saying that the person that killed these people, one woman who got away, she said he was driving a white Volkswagen Bug. Don't you got one of those? Oh, yeah, but that's just a coincidence.
Released a police sketch. It looked just like him. Oh, nope. Must be my doppelganger. Shit, bro. I'm telling you.
Didn't have shit to do with that.
Some people just, they just can manipulate people. Here's my problem, though. You not only should eliminate the people that cause havoc, But you should also eliminate the dumbass motherfuckers that be getting caught up in some situations or be doing some shit like that, because that's just a menace to society itself. You can't be having these stupid motherfuckers walking around worshiping that shit or like being that dumb.
Oh yeah.
You know, you got to use some common sense. You got that, like they say. What do they fucking say? Like the dumb will weed themselves out or whatever. What's that term?
Wait, what?
The whatever term where it was like nature will take care of itself or whatever, you know, that kind of whole situation.
The survival of the fittest.
Yep. The dumb will die, bro. The dumb will die because they do dumb shit, and then the fucking people that manipulate them should probably die too, because then they fucking up.
Well, that's what they're saying about the people that don't want to get vaccinated.
Yeah, well. Fuck them.
Okay, that's beside the point. We ain't gonna talk about that. But just like what the fuck is that guy? The Nighttime Strangler or whatever? It was in L.A.
Nighttime Strangler.
What is it? The Hillside Strangler.
Okay, what about him?
I think it's the name for it. That guy in L.A. that was killing them bitches. And they caught him, and he was caught or whatever. I guess he was attractive male to female, so he had so many fucking fangirls outside talking about, oh, he looks so good, he would never do something like that. Bitch, he would have killed your dumb ass too. You probably would have let him up in the crib.
For real.
I guess he was just hopping in bitches' windows and killing them and leaving.
That's great. That's like the
they made the American Horror Story whole season off of it.
Yeah, what's the fucking the documentary we were talking about that one time? The one where the dude was sleeping with the parents and fucking the kid? What was it? It wasn't How to Get Away with Murder. Jeez, what the fuck am I thinking? What is that documentary? Because it came out and we used to make fun of it all the time, where the dad was like, he took me on a car ride and convinced me to suck his dick.
I know what you're talking about.
And his wife, abducted in plain sight. That's
that's it. Yeah.
And his wife's like, yeah, he invited me over to his camper, and next thing you know, my clothes were on the ground.
Oh my God.
And then he was like, oh yeah, well, it's part of my therapy of me getting arrested and becoming a sex offender that I'm supposed to cuddle with your daughter in bed every night for 20 minutes or something, and they was letting him do it. He made up fake papers and brought it to their house, and they just, oh yeah, you can cuddle with our child that you just traumatized. Come the fuck on, bro.
Jesus Christ.
Come the fuck on. Like those parents should be parents. They should put those people down when they caught him too, and they should have took that child away from him, bro. That's fucked up because they had 2 kids.
I think some people shouldn't be allowed to have children.
No. And dumbass motherfuckers like that should.
It's always dumbass motherfuckers that be having 6 kids.
For real. And then you get 6 kids, and the next thing you know, you got fucking $30,000 in tax returns.
Now I understand.
We talk about that.
Now I understand how my dad used to say these bitches is getting fucked for cash.
Yeah, because after I heard that shit, oh, how much you get back? I'm getting $6,000 back on my taxes. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Now I kind of understand how them hood ass bitches be showing up with a goddamn brand new car around tax time because they got fucking $8,000. You put $8,000 down on a fucking new whip.
Yep. That's exactly what happens. Get your payment pretty low.
Yeah.
$200 a month payment. Some bullshit, bro. It is some bullshit.
I was only able to put $2,500 down on mine. Damn.
Yeah. I mean, I was pretty much close around the same thing. I think I put it on too. And fucking these bitches out here dropping bread. They literally, but a lot of those people just see kids as dollar signs nowadays, man. That's why. This is my thing too with people that come over and shit like that. People that come to the United States, and I know you knew a lot of them because we went to school with a lot of them. Yeah. But them motherfuckers, their parents pull up an Escalade and they get their fucking 7 children running in, and the motherfuckers living on welfare be living better than the motherfuckers working 9 to 5 nowadays.
Yeah, you
It's
ever
crazy.
be seeing the shit they putting in their buggies at Walmart and shit?
I want some. What was that thing you posted on Facebook or whatever? It was like, let me get your fucking food stamps this month because I know you motherfuckers go be eating out since you got that tax return.
Hell yeah, and they're giving people on welfare free Sam's fucking memberships. And Costco. So they go in there and get the fucking steaks.
And the bulk side, all the bulk shit.
Yeah. Fuck them.
That's fucking crazy, bro. That is fucking crazy. We need to be getting up on that shit. Let's just apply, see what happens. Do you think we make too much money? I think we make too much money.
If you live in a household with people who do, yeah. Probably.
What's the next line?
Should every cop have a degree?
Ooh, that's a...
Like a criminology degree? I think they should.
You think they all should have to go to a class and get a degree?
I think they should have a 4-year degree in criminal justice or criminology or something. Because they teach you a lot of like psychology bullshit.
I mean, I agree with that. I think that would make for a better system. You probably have less shitty cops and less cops that just act in the moment.
They teach you a lot of like morality shit. And yes, I did go to criminology school, so I know about it.
And like, but at the same time, I think they don't do that because of the lack of cops as now that there is. It's so you would have to literally wait for all these people to get out of college to get new cops. You know what I mean? So like if they started that,
maybe they should just set a standard.
Well, my problem is if they started that now, there's going to be a 4-year gap. You know what I mean?
I'd say there's going to be like a 10-year gap.
You think so? If it's 4 years of school.
Yeah, but I'm not saying make them all go back to school. I'm saying like set a standard for now. Like, oh, all the incoming people, they need to have a degree.
Yeah, I get that. If you're in, you're in. But I'm saying like if they require a 4-year minimum. I mean, I guess if you want to be a cop and you're on your 4th year of criminology school or whatever, and then you decide to go do it, sure. But there is going to be some type of gap in between there where not a lot of people are becoming. But I think if that's the case, then they have to pay them more too. Because if you're requiring a degree, you're probably going to have to pay the police more.
Yeah.
And the city probably doesn't like that.
Take money out the welfare fund and put it into fucking paying cops more.
Shit. I think you just started a controversial topic with that one right there.
I don't give a shit.
So you think 4-year minimum degree for every single police officer?
A bachelor's degree, yeah.
Any other training, like on top of all their training that they do now?
Yeah.
And all the classes they go to?
I think you need to have a 4-year degree in some type of, criminology, criminal justice, anything. I mean, criminal psychology or some bullshit like that. It's not bullshit, but something like that. I'd even say just a degree in social sciences or psychology or something like that before you are allowed to go into the police academy. That's usually what a lot of people do, though.
Yeah, and if that makes sense.
And that because a lot of people that go into criminology and stuff, they want to be detectives or they want to work for the FBI.
I think it'd be kind of cool to be a detective or some shit.
That's what I wanted to be, but I just realized I wasn't going to make a lot of money doing it unless I work for the FBI.
And you realized with everything going on in the world at those times that it's kind of a shitty career to be in.
It's just not worth it. I don't want to walk around with a fucking target on my back all the time.
Yeah, that's what people don't realize. Like, people obviously plainclothes officers, or not plainclothes officers, but you obviously see patrolmen, right? People out on patrol and all that shit like that. But people really don't realize, like, when a lot of these detectives that handle big cases and shit like that, gang type shit and things like that, them motherfuckers put hits on you when they find out who arrested your buddy.
Exactly.
They be fucking putting a target on your head.
And my thing is, I kind of looked in the mirror and realized I'm so money motivated that I probably would have been a dirty ass cop.
Oh, you gonna be that cop charging street tax?
Not a street tax, but like...
No, you would be charged. You're telling me you didn't pull up, you busted somebody selling drugs or whatever, and you stopped them, you go, listen, I ain't gonna arrest you.
Give me the cash.
Give me 10%. No, give me 10% of all your makings, and I'll let you slide every single time.
That's how shit goes. Like I told you.
And if you need help, just call me.
Like I told you, I had that homie in college, and he would run. He was a runner. So he would take the drugs from New Jersey and take them into New York for this big time gang. And he said that like they had fucking Chris Christie on payroll. The governor of the state. Yes.
They had him on payroll?
Yes.
Shit, bro.
That's how fucking crooked politics are, bro. It's always been like that.
That'd be some dope shit though. Like you have
Chris
to
Christie
feel like
was on Donald Trump's staff. He was the one writing his speeches.
You'd have to feel like a real badass motherfucker to be doing some shit like that. To be almost arresting somebody and then be like, listen, let's make a deal.
Bro, it's all them politicians are crooked as fuck, bro. You don't think they got what's his name? DeSantis. You don't think DeSantis is on any type of cartel's payroll in Florida? Or the Colombians that bring in cocaine.
That's hard to say.
Into
but
fucking Florida.
Is.
You don't think
is.
there isn't like a powerful ass fucking cartel down there that doesn't like, pay him off or something just to where he don't make sure they get found.
But how much? I mean, you would really have to dig into like the files and stuff. But like, how often do you think that happens to where like the governor's getting involved with cartels?
Well, just like with Pablo Escobar, bro. That motherfucker was so rich he built his own prison to be in. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're that rich, you could pretty much get away with anything you want.
Yeah. Money talks, man.
It does.
And you tempt somebody well enough, 90% of the time their morals break down. Because I'll tell you what, if somebody came up to me and was like, here's $3 million, I need you to do this for me, I probably wouldn't think twice about it. I'd be like, shit, as long as I'm good and, you got my back and you ain't going to fucking let nothing bad happen to be sure, let's go right ahead. Let's do some shit. Does that make us bad people? Nah.
Well, my thing is, I knew this one fucking guy, like I think I talked about this in previous episodes, that he was like this major kingpin for selling pills. And like he would push like that, like 30, 40, 50,000 a week of Percocets. Yes. And they caught his ass. Like he was fucking with the wrong people. Some people fucking tied his ass up and like put tape over his mouth and beat the shit out of him. And like they're about to kill him. But I guess I don't know what all it entails. But he ended up getting caught by the FBI, and the DEA came in on his ass. He had a lot of fucking money, and he was a first time offender, young dude. What they basically did was they just took all his fucking money. They had to cut a deal. They cut a deal, I think. But
there ain't no way
he's walking out free to this day.
Yeah, but
never went to jail.
They had to cut a deal
for pushing that many drugs a week, bro.
He probably, I'm sure,
a lot of it was fentanyl.
Was he smart about it and stash cash away though?
Yeah, so he could pay for his lawyer. Yeah,
but
they took like almost $100,000 from him.
Damn, and he didn't have any more after that? Well, I mean, some stashed away.
Yeah, he had some.
Well, I'm saying if he had money stashed away, of course you're going to cut a deal and you'd be like, damn, bro, they may have got $100,000 from me, but I got another $600,000-700,000 stashed up. I'm out. Let me get out of the game.
When I first met him, he had over $100,000 in his bank account.
That's crazy. People do some wild things out there nowadays, man.
They do.
Shit, what are you going to do? It's
Morgantown was just buddy. A wild place, bro. It's just
shit. Everybody's a wild place.
Just like JC said, he trade a lot of meth for some pit bull puppies.
Yeah, I still don't understand how some people can fuck with pills though. Pills aren't really like. I've never done
pills either.
I've never done pills. I mean, besides obviously like.
The only
Molly.
The shit happened.
I will talk about it. I've done Molly before, but like
that's ecstasy. That pretty much.
Yeah, but that you know what I'm saying. But like it kind of comes in.
I never did like that was one thing I always said I wouldn't do. Like I never took a Percocet. I never did any of those oxys.
I've only had to take a I had to take a Percocet one time.
Well, for
medical
reasons,
from dental, the ER prescribed me 3 of them, or 3 or 5, I think it was, because I was waiting to get my surgery or whatever on my mouth, and like it was a week out, and they're like, here's like 5 pills or whatever, And they didn't tell me to cut them in half or anything. They're just like, take them as you need them. And I remember the first time I popped a whole one, I fucking hated that feeling, bro. I just felt like I was dead. Like, I just felt like I was a zombie, basically. I was just there drooling.
But you couldn't feel that pain.
I was drooling all the time and shit.
Was your skin all itchy and shit?
No, I just was literally like fucking. And
Some people like that.
And I took that shit before I went to school, not knowing what it was going to go do to me. Because I was still in school at the time.
This motherfucker, Big Crispy, went to school fucked up on pills.
Yeah, one. And they was like, bro, what the fuck's wrong with you? And I was like, I took this pain medicine and it just fucked me up. So I had to start cutting them in half. And even when I cut them in half, I still felt like shit.
Yep.
And I was like, bro, like, how do people be popping multiple of these?
Like
or
Juice
crushing
WRLD's
them and
popping
snorting
7
them?
and 8?
Yeah. That shit fucks you up, bro.
That's some wild shit. All right, we're going to go on to the next question just so we can get these all in. This is kind of a scenario question that I was thinking about. But basically my question to you is, say you and your wife, you know, you're together. Say you've got a lot of money saved. You were able to, you know, take one business and make it grow. And say your wife comes out the woodwork. She's had this dream her whole life. And she says, I'm gonna need you to basically fund it. I want to open up a restaurant or start up a dance studio, some bullshit like that. So you put all your money into this shit
because you trust her.
And you trust her and you love her so much. You basically,
how much money are we talking?
I don't know. Whatever you got.
An excessive amount.
Say it's $100,000. Say you got $100,000 saved.
$100,000.
That's all you got. Whatever business it is. That's regardless.
Damn.
That shit does not matter in this scenario. Say she opens that shit up, fucking runs you into the ground. Y'all lose everything over this business.
Well, then I think it matters how much money you put in. Because if I put in $5,000 and I lost $5,000, I'd be pretty upset, but I probably ain't going to be.
But that's not the point.
Like,
upset. There's some people that open businesses and they lose everything they got over it.
Yeah, but if I put in $100,000 and I lost everything,
yes, that's
I'm
what
fighting
I'm
that bitch.
Are you going to stay with her?
It really have to. I'd have to be real soulmates with this person to stay. I'd be pissed. I don't know what else to say besides I'd be pissed. I would be so fucking pissed if my wife, I trusted her to do an investment and then she fucked me over, or she didn't know what she was actually doing and then you lose everything. I would be fucking irate.
What if she
That's
said,
a lot of fucking money,
babe,
bro.
I got this friend starting this business. You should put all your money into this certain stock.
I've seen that go but down too much times. I would never do that.
You should.
Shit.
So basically the moral of the story is don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Exactly. And if something's failing, cut it. If something is costing you that much money to where you're worrying about going bankrupt, cut it out of your life. You don't need it.
Yeah, I get that, but like I've seen people
go down with their businesses.
Yeah, I know they go down with their businesses, but I've seen restaurants that start out bad where it's costing you a lot of money, but in the end,
yeah, but
you end up turning it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, in the end, if things are actually good and you're just like, okay, everybody loves this shit, but I'm just losing money until it gets popular. You know what I mean? Sure, continue on your business. But when people aren't coming to your shit and people don't like your shit and you're fucking losing $80,000, $60,000 a month, however much, $10,000 a month, and your business is just going downhill by minute and they come for your house. When they come for your house and your assets, you better fucking cut that business out, bro.
You got to.
You just cut it out and make a deal. You're like, all right, I'll let you take my business. I ain't put my house up for mortgage or something.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane.
Well, sometimes with restaurants, I remember when I worked at Nasty's or whatever, they said that they didn't start like getting a profit off their shit till like 5 years in.
Well, yeah, that's a long time.
It was costing.
Was he breaking even every single time or no?
A lot of times he was losing some money. the owner, but he owned
But
hella restaurants.
I was gonna
so-
say, if he has a ton of money, he can front the loss, then that's fair.
Yeah, he fronted the loss, but now they're starting to.
Yeah, now they're blowing up.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think if it's one of them situations where you are able to cover the loss, then keep it. But if you're not able to cover that loss, then yeah, you got to let it go.
Shit,
That's
with
why
a
a lot of
restaurant,
businesses
man, it's
fail.
all about marketing too. As more people go to it around the city, oh yeah, you got to go over there and have that burger over there. It's good as shit. Then word of mouth starts to spread, and then all of a sudden,
True.
you're packed every Friday, Saturday, Sunday night. Then Thursday nights.
That's what we need. We need to get a nasty sponsorship. Why don't we go do that? We gotta go talk to old man. Be like, hey, we'll shout you out on the podcast for X amount of episodes for X amount of dollars. He'd go for it. Are you kidding me?
Or just give us free gift cards. Fuck it.
Or shit, yeah, that shit too. We about to try to go do a podcast over there as well.
Yeah.
So shit.
And we're getting what? How many thousand a week on Apple Podcasts?
Yeah, I mean, Apple Podcasts alone pulls in like 6,000 average, just alone on that. I was looking at the numbers, and Apple Podcast is like, I think it was like close to almost 80% of the views alone, and like listens, and then obviously it goes like, I think Spotify's the next, and then it kind of just trickles down like through all the different podcasting platforms, and then like the lowest of the low is probably like SoundCloud, because not as many people use SoundCloud.
Yeah, we're only getting like 10,
15, usually 20 on SoundCloud a week. But then everything else, generates.
YouTube ain't that big either right now. But
yeah, but I mean, we still get a decent amount of views on YouTube. Like you'll go back and you'll look at the episode, and they're probably getting, YouTube's at least getting like 80 to 100 views sometimes, 60
Apple
at like
Podcasts
lowest.
getting thousands a week.
Yeah, that motherfucker. Because I think it's like one of those things, people are stuck in their ways and they love to listen on their
most
mobile.
people don't want to. Most people that listen to podcasts do it in their cars and shit.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. Mobile devices, like it has that breakdown, and like mobile's the number one, obviously. So if someone doesn't want to sit there and watch it on their phone, they might be working out.
I never got into watching podcasts on video for real.
I like watching podcasts.
I like
on video.
Joe Rogan's on video.
Yeah, I like watching on video, but I do it usually while I'm working. You know what I mean? Or while I'm driving in the car, I'll throw up the video, and I have that phone mount, and I'll just mount it. I mean, I'm not paying attention to the video a lot of times anyways, unless they're showing something. But, I mean, it's just like if they're discussing something and they're like looking at something, it's nice to be able to look over and like understand what they're looking at.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? But a lot of people are stuck in their ways, man. And I mean, shit, people be working out and shit.
All broadcast
listening.
really is just taking the place of radio shows. You know what I mean?
For real. That's as well. I don't know. It'd be fun to do a radio. We should hit up a local radio station, try to get up all there, get some publicity.
Maybe we could.
Just be like, yo, we got a really poppin' podcast. We want to come up and be a guest on the radio show. You imagine us we get on the radio here that shit?
Oh, that'd be dope.
I'd be losing it, bruh. Motherfuckers be driving in their cars like, what the fuck?
Big Chris.
8 inches of cock.
You can't say shit like that. That's why people started podcasts, because you can say whatever the fuck you want.
That's true. I
There's
forgot.
no FCC.
At radio stations, yeah, you got to bleep shit out. I still love the fucking, dude. But the radio stations, the one thing about radio stations is that what we might try to implement is we don't have crazy motherfuckers calling in, random motherfuckers calling in. Maybe that's what we should do. We should set up a hotline or something, or a voicemail box where people just call in and leave fucking stories or voicemails or some shit, and then we just play them on the podcast every now and then, talk about them or something.
Hell
That'd be some funny shit, would it not?
Shit, I think we should give Johnny Ross a call.
Yeah, that motherfucker give us a call. He was throwing our name in the dirt there for a minute.
Hey, maybe we should give Boneless TV a call.
We do got to give that man a call.
Message him. See if we can give him a call today on the podcast.
I can hit him up. Give me 2 seconds on that. What's your next question on the docket then? Why I DM the motherfucker.
All right. Next question in the brown book is, do you think 30 days in jail would be better than rehab for some addicts or addicts in general?
30 days in jail?
The reason why I asked that is I have 2 people in my family that are close to me that said rehab never worked for them. It took jail for me to get off the shit that I was on.
Who said that?
I don't want to say who said
Okay,
it, but
okay. But yeah, I mean, I can see that. I mean, even, certain somebody across the way, like, jail time
for them,
kinda
I
helped
think would be good.
as well. Because, like, if you think about it, jail really is miserable as fuck. And a lot of times rehab, you still have freedoms.
Yeah.
And if you cut those freedoms completely, then you're kind of stuck in one of them situations where, you are where you are. But I think the only problem is with people rehabbing in jail is you have to worry about people taking advantage of them too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That'd be the only thing, especially. But I mean, and then rehab, you have counseling and shit like that. Who are you going to counsel in jail? But I mean, like you said, we were talking about the statistic of people failing in rehab, how many times it takes before it clicks. Maybe you should. If rehab fails the first time, maybe your ass should just go to jail for 30 days.
Or maybe 60 days. Fuck it.
60? That's not bad. Well,
It's not a very long time.
What about 90? Just 3 months.
I don't know. I feel like 90 days would be long.
Well, it's like
Most rehabs are 30 days.
What about like
So 60 days, I think.
60
2
days?
months.
60 days, 2 months being locked up?
Well, shit, how fucking
That'd be
long was old boy locked up? He was in some shits for a while.
I mean, what? Yeah, when did he get picked up? He didn't come out until what, summertime?
That comes into question. Like, when people are severely addicted to drugs and they just do some petty minor bullshit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or they skip out on their court date for some DUI or some bullshit because they're so addicted to drugs. I think they need help.
Yeah, if you legit need help and there's like obviously that, then yeah, that might be more helpful. But sometimes
they just tell people they need help and they don't even believe they need help and they just make them do the shit. It doesn't register in their mind. You know what I mean? So they get out and they do the same exact shit again.
Yeah. Do you think that when it comes to some of the rehab facilities and stuff and like people being in rehab, it seems like some people that are addicted and recovering don't connect well with people that are therapists and rehab people like that because they've never been through what they've been through. But if you had a therapist that was a recovering addict themselves,
well, yeah, that's a lot of people do that.
Do you think they would connect more?
Oh,
and
yeah, for sure.
then that would help in rehab, and people would probably have a higher success rate.
I think
versus somebody that doesn't even know what's going on.
I'm gonna use. I think Brett told me that the guy that he works for used to be a addict, and I think he might have used him as a mentor a little bit. I'm pretty sure he told me that. I could be. Or maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. But I think people need mentors, like somebody to guide them through a little bit. Like being able to look at somebody and know that they've been through a certain situation similar to what you're going through right now and seeing where they are now compared to where they used to be. Like, damn, this motherfucker was right here where I was at. And now look at him. He got a nice family. He got bread to spend. He got a business. Like, maybe I could do that. Maybe this is the path that I need to take. And then they just take that and they just go with it. You know what I mean? So I think people just need a mentor.
And I mean, if you look at like Shameless and you look at, I don't know, like obviously you watch that and we both watched that extensively. And you have the
excessively.
And you have the guy that owns the diner that was an addict.
Yeah,
obviously.
But you can't use him. That motherfucker was on drugs the whole time.
That's what I'm saying. You have somebody like that that's abusing it, and still doing it or whatever. Yeah. And then you have obviously like the Lips Hole situation with the dude, Brad or whatever, that does the motorcycles and all that.
Yeah.
And it's like he had the help and whatever. But like that's the thing is like when you're recovering, you're constantly you never stop recovering because there's always that.
Because you're always going to be an addict. Yeah. Every day is just like a new day.
And you're always going to have that in the back of your mind, like, when am I going to fuck up next? I feel like that's why some addicts, like, obviously I've never been addicted to anything like that, but I feel like that could be one of those mindsets, like, because it doesn't have to be addiction alone. I mean, like, there's shit even that I be thinking about. It's like, yo, when am I going to fuck up next? And maybe that's how they be thinking. They be thinking they're so scared and worried about when they're going to accidentally fuck up that they fuck up because of that.
Yeah.
Because if it's constantly racing in your head, you're going to do it. Same thing, like if you're constantly thinking about cheating on your wife, then you're probably going to end up cheating on your wife, right? Versus if you never thought about that, then you probably don't cheat on her.
Yeah.
Kind of one of them dealios.
I mean, that's a good
so you're
a good circumstance to bring up.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? Is there another question on the docket while we're waiting to hear back from motherfuckers?
I think we should take our first quick commercial break.
We
We'll
do
be
that
right
just
back
50
with the
minutes
next
in.
question in the dope ass brown book.
Ooh. We'll be right
Back.
We back. I hope you got something to drink.
And
Got a
we
little bit of
back.
snack. You know, also, don't forget it. We've been slacking on shouting out the sponsorships.
We like to shout out our sponsor, KY Jelly. If you like dick and you like it slick, KY Jelly.
In stores in your local retailers today.
Or if you get that CVS card, you get that $10 off. The only time I ever be going up to CVS is when I need to buy rubbers. Maybe a couple Plan Bs every now and then. And maybe some KY jelly.
You got all different intensifiers and shit like that. Shit, you could never go wrong with a little bit of KY jelly.
Damn straight.
And especially if you in a situation like old boy from last week's episode where, you know, you got a
If you like
situation.
a little butt play, but
Yeah.
a little bit of butt play with the trannies, fuck it.
Yeah, you might need some
KY jelly's your man. If you like it in your poo place.
KY jelly sales just skyrocketed to an all-time high.
Some people like it in their poo place.
A little bit too much at the poop place.
Hey, well, we
Do gay people like it when you shit?
shit. That's a good middle school question. Anyway,
was
we're getting a little bit off topic. I got a couple of questions left in the old brown book from today, which I vlogged about. Go check out the vlog page, which I already said, the No AC OnlyFans exclusive page. We got the freestyle session on there, and we got the first vlog. The second vlog is coming soon. We've been vlogging today, and that shit's going to be hilarious.
Shit was funny as fuck, bro. And I'm going to just do editing just like I did last time. And we'll see what happens.
All right, so we're going to talk about this fucking 65-year-old retirement age. And I got to thinking about some shit. So, like I said, I'm going to use my grandpa, for instance. He died at fucking 74. So you mean to tell me that I need to work till I'm 65 and then I get to enjoy the last 9 years of my life? And who's to say that I ain't going to be sick the last fucking 6 years of my life like my grandpa
You don't
was?
even get to enjoy those last years.
It's fucking bullshit.
You don't get to enjoy them last years. You know why? The neighbor across the street, the old lady, she just retired, right?
Yeah.
She's 66, 67, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what she's doing? She's getting Social Security, right? Doesn't pay the bills, though. She has to get a part-time job as she's retired.
Fuck Social Security. That's why you got to get that 401k and that pension plan.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, she's retired, so she's still working. A lot of old motherfuckers that are retired be working part-time
I know, just like the 80-year-old motherfucker up at Speedway down here. He done retired twice. He's still working.
Yeah, you have to, bro.
He goes,
Nowadays.
I retired 30 years at Rickenbacker. I'm like, Rickenbacker's fucking retirement must not be too good, is it?
Or he just spent all of his money, bro. But no, I mean, fuck, dude, the retirement age is ridiculous because, like you said, what would happen if somebody this year, right, they retired, or last year, or 2020, this is where I'm kind of going with this. You imagine you retire, you're done, life's over, shit. I had a great fucking work history. I can't wait to enjoy my life. You still got a little bit of pep in your step. You ain't like one of them old people that are just down and out, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
you can still do shit.
You a high function old person, you get COVID and die. I'd be pissed. I'd be pissed. Just retired, you got COVID, now you dead. I'd be fucking living it up, bro. I'd be so mad about that shit. But yeah, I think the retirement age is ridiculous. I honestly do.
And it keeps getting
It keeps getting older. Well, because they're taking less and less away in Social Security and all that shit. And if you don't have a good enough retirement fund, then you really ain't going to be.
That's why motherfuckers need to start that 401k.
Start it at 20 years old when you get your first job. But a lot of motherfuckers at a young age don't be thinking about that. And they be working jobs that don't have 401k and shit like that.
You could get one fucking, take $30 out a week.
Yeah, but not a lot of people don't be doing it, though. That's what I'm saying.
Shit. I do.
People just be fucking up. I
had mine a year and a half.
People be fucking up. I agree with you. I got mine, but you people just don't realize that, hey, you need a job that's going to set you up for the rest of your life. McDonald's and shit like that's for when you're young, bro, not for when you're 70, 60, 50, 40 years old. You shouldn't be working at Mickey D's. Is Mickey D's going to give you a retirement?
Unless you're a district manager making 100.
Unless you're high up, bro, you should not be looking for jobs like that. No. Look for a job where you can have a career.
That's for fucking kids. 16,
that's why you got to find
17.
a career. A career. That's what you need.
What's a career? How much money you got to make for it to be a career? When I went to the class at
how much money?
Yeah.
I think the lowest you could live comfortably, some families, if you have a 2-income household, probably 40,000.
No, I'm talking about dollars per hour.
Oh, dollars per hour? Probably 20.
Oh, I think it's more than that.
You think it's more than that?
Yes.
20's fair, though. You can live comfortably on $20 an hour.
No, the fuck you can't.
What do you mean? With a 2-income household, you can live comfortably.
Oh, so both of y'all making $20 an hour.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not like one, but 90% of the time, maybe somebody's making more. Yeah. I'm not saying like you making 20 and your girl's making 12. That's that's probably not working. That might be shitty, but I'm saying if you're both making decent amount of bread, like 15, 20, both, or maybe she's making 15, you making 20, or she's making 20, you making 15, that might be able to work. Or might be a little bit of a struggle.
Yeah, if you living by yourself and you ain't got kids.
Yeah, but if you got a family and shit, you need to be making at least $20 an hour.
At least at the low end. I think it depends. Like if you're in like a progression or something, in a couple years you're going to be making this or something like that.
That too, like a lot of jobs, obviously, like you said, you can start out low and then make more money. I mean, that's kind of where my position was. Like there's been jobs where I've worked where I've started out and I was only making, 15 something an hour, and then work your way up. Next thing you know, you're making 20 plus an hour, sometimes more than
sometimes
that.
You're gonna be making more than that.
Get a little bit of overtime up in that bitch, or some double time, and you be making big bucks. Yep. Gotta love when that happens, right?
Ain't nothing like working a week and getting like a fucking $1,500 paycheck.
Yeah, just for
401k,
just for the government to take half
take
of it.
home. That's just take home after they take all that
nice.
that pay.
Shit, motherfucker. Sometimes I'd be looking at my taxes and be like, they took $400. Fucking cocks.
I talked to this one guy actually on Friday night. They're talking about management at my work. I'm not going to say where I work, obviously. I was like, yeah, I talked to a supervisor. He said he made $89,000 this year. He goes, I made 110.
How the fuck do you do that? They just get paid different?
Just can with overtime and shit. You can make
That's
that
crazy.
shit. Yeah.
He making 6 figures a year?
Yeah, there's a lot of motherfuckers in my work that making 6 figures a year.
But they also probably getting paid more than you do hourly, right?
Yeah, for now. But these are top rate people.
Okay, yeah. If you at the top of the rate, yeah, that's pretty fucking good, bro. That's pretty good. 6 racks a year? Shit, my old DM was making 6 racks a year. And he was living luxury.
You mean 100 racks a year? 6 figures a year?
Oh, well, yeah, 6 racks, Jesus
What's
Christ.
DM?
Yeah,
What's
6
DM?
figures. Huh?
What's DM?
District manager.
District manager? Where?
Yeah.
Where?
The old rent center that I used to work for. He fucking be driving fucking fancy ass cars all the time, pulling up. He always had a nice watch on. He'd go out, spend $200 on dinner and shit. His fucking kids. They had no kids. Him and his wife had 0 kids. How many
stores did he have though?
He didn't have many. I think 10 in his district. He just basically ran Ohio. Well, northern Ohio, I should say. That was basically his area from like
our shit is set up.
What
weird.
is it? In Bryan, was it Bryan or Wasion or whatever, all the way to like
West Broad Street. I know there's a rent-a-center.
Nah, Bryan and Wasion's like up north Ohio, and then he ran all the way to like Toledo. So like every store from like that, Lima, all that stuff, they were all kind of in our district.
I remember, bro, when I was working at Dairy Queen of Morgantown, our district manager, she had like 10 stores. She was only making $35K a year.
What? 35?
They gave her a company car.
I was making more than 35. I was making more than that bitch at like all my jobs. Jesus, a district manager only making. Oh, I'd be pissed, bro. I'd be like, nah, I'm not doing that, dude. You're scumming me. You're shortchanging me on this shit.
Yeah,
that sucks, bro. It's hard, and like you said, the whole thing with inflation right now, and that's a whole big topic with, minimum wage hasn't gone up and all this shit, and inflation's going up, and
prices of homes have gone up.
But like, this is my problem is like, technically, if we got paid more, right? Say they bump minimum wage up to $10, $12 an hour or something like that, and they bumped everybody's pay up, inflation prices are still going to be back to the same amount that they were before. So just because you got bumped up in pay doesn't mean them prices are going to go down. Those prices are going to remain the same, and you're back to square one where when you was paying, $1.50 for a gallon of milk, now you're paying $3.50 for a gallon of milk. Well, you got paid more so you can afford that gallon of milk, but really it's about the same you was making when you was making $7.20 an hour, Yeah. Same shit. I don't know how anybody lives on minimum wage, bro. And especially like servers and shit. How do they be living right now?
Some servers be making bread, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
In good restaurants, but like a fucking high school kid in a...
Bartenders be making bread.
Okay, but a high school kid in a basic restaurant may be making $60 a day.
Yeah, but some nights they'll walk out of there with $100 cash.
$60, $80 a day in tips, right?
So you work 5-6 days a week and you making at least $80 to $100 a night? That's $600 a week cash money.
Yeah, but that's still not a lot.
That's not a lot, but
$600 a week when you bringing home $1,500 a week.
Yeah, but that's not all the time.
That's not all the time, but that's $900 difference. That's a lot of money.
Well, yeah, but $1,500 a week take home is good fucking money though.
Okay, but $600
that's $40 an hour.
$600 a week compared to $1,200 a week is
but a lot of people make $1,200 every 2 weeks. That's $600 a week.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but
that's still over $2,000 a month. That ain't terrible.
I know, but it seems like it's hard for them. I don't know. I just don't know.
I guarantee you that's like 50 grand. That's probably like 50 racks a year at least. 50 racks a year is way more than the average.
I don't want to say it's 50. That has to be in the 30s. That has to be in the 30s.
No, it's not. I guarantee you.
30 to 40.
That's probably 45 at least.
No way. You're saying how much a month?
If you're taking home that much, think about how much is taxed.
So you're saying 24. You're saying 24. Well, yeah, obviously
$2,400 a month take home.
But they don't tax their pay. For this purpose, let's say it's all cash tips because they do tax what is it?
Okay, yeah.
Card tips, right? So say you're making...
I guess that's true.
Say you're making $2,400 a month. That's tips plus your $4.
I guess I wasn't thinking about that.
Tips plus your $4 an hour.
As much money as I get fucking taxed and shit.
Yeah, okay. $2,400 a month. That's including tips and your $4 an hour that you make as a server.
No, that's just just tips.
They'd be making $4
Dude, my sister used to serve and she'd make like fucking $80 to $100 a day.
Okay, so $2,400 in tips.
And that was just tips.
Let's do add in tax, $2,200 in tips plus your $4 an hour paycheck. That's what, probably another $100 a week.
4 times 40.
Do you $4?
And then they tax it, so it's probably like fucking $70.
Well, if you're not, most servers aren't working 40 hours a week though.
Yeah, they are.
You think they are?
Yeah, that's their fucking job.
Okay,
Why wouldn't they?
A
lot of them work more. If that's their fucking job.
180. So let's do what?
We're really doing the fucking calculator
Yeah,
map
I'm
up
doing
on
the
the fucking podcast.
Say you make $2,600 a month off all of this, right? And you're saying this times 12 months a year, $31,000.
Okay.
Okay, let's say they're making $3,000 a month. That's a little bit generous. $36,000.
Okay, for them. Okay. But I'm saying if
You said 45 to 50.
Because I wasn't thinking about because I was thinking about if I'm taking home $600 a week, I was probably getting paid $1,100.
So you're saying $1,100 a week.
So when you say
44.
how much money you made last year, you're not saying what your take home was.
Yeah, if
you're saying what you actually made before they took all the taxes out.
Yeah, but your $4 an hour check, they
oh.
ain't really taking taxes out of that. They don't take a lot of taxes out of that. If you're making $180 off of your $4 dollars an hour.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. But the reason why I said that was I was thinking of all the taxes that they take out. So if you're taking home $600 a week, your check you probably made was probably like $1,100. If you're technically making $1,100 a week, times that by 4 and then times it by 12. What is that?
$1,100 a week. That is actually sufficient. You're in like
$1,100 a week.
It was 52.
Times that by 4.
No, I know. I think it was 52.
Okay, $4,400 a month times 12.
It's 52.80.
Okay, I was right then. Okay.
Yeah,
I said
that
it was
rate, but
45
at
at least.
I was just like, you said 50. I was like, there ain't no way them servers are bringing home $50,000. That would be almost. Never mind.
So $500 a week would be what? $45,000 a year.
$500
if you're taking
a week?
it home. If that's your take home.
$500 a week.
So that's probably at $900 a week. I'd say
900. Yeah,
900 times 4.
No, I get that. 900. That's going to be less than what we just.
Yeah,
said,
I know, but okay, times 12.
It's 36 times 12 is 43.
Okay, that's about. Did I not? Okay.
No, that's fair. But how many servers are making $3,600 a month? That's probably far in between.
You'd be surprised.
Bro, if they're making that much a month, that's almost
I met a server one time that served at Buca that was making $300-$400 a night.
Oh, yeah, if you're in there, yeah, because that's like a nicer area.
I mean, I guess if you could serve at a nicer restaurant, you
I
could
was just
make
trying to do an.
But the only thing about that is you don't get health insurance.
Yeah, that too.
You don't get retirement.
Dental,
same with
vision, all
bartending.
that
You don't
stuff.
get retirement. So that's the best way to do that is your girl. She is the bartender. You work a job, so you're the one that handles the insurance. You got to make sure your family has insurance. All that shit. But she ain't going to get shit for retirement, so I guess she's going to be living off your ass.
Yeah.
Kind of like somebody else we know that's going to happen in the future. That certain someone talks about all the time. She ain't going to be living off my shit.
Yeah. And I agree with that. I mean, it's one of them situations. It's a very fine line, but like, and that's why a lot of times, like, the benefits of having a relationship and whoever has the best insurance, you usually cover your whole family, right? You usually pay for family insurance at that point.
Yeah.
Because your wife's insurance or whatever is shit, or your husband's insurance is shit.
Yeah, for real.
So you do the family plan, you're bringing home less money, but your wife doesn't have to pay insurance and shit. So she's bringing home more money, but you're also paying for all the benefits and everything.
Hey, luckily, with my job, I ain't really got to pay for shit.
Shit, I just can't wait till we be making big bread and then we start writing off shit as business expenses. And then when they're like, oh, how much money that you made this year? And you're like, well, we made about $3 million, but with all of our business expenses, we only made $800,000. So we only get taxed for $800,000
Yeah.
versus $3 million.
That Little Lily's Pizza is a
That's how-
write-off.
We were having a conference. We needed a piece. Hey, but that's how they do it. That's why business. That's
I
why
know, that's how Donald Trump does it.
That's why business people make so much money is because they put everything in their names. All the famous people have figured it out. You know what you do with your cars? You put it in your business name because you can write it off as a business expense, even though that's your personal driver. Everything you run through your business, because at the end of the day, you're making more profit and you don't have to worry about that money. You know what I mean?
Tax the rich. No, motherfucker. People know how to write.
Yeah.
People know how to work around the tax code.
I don't think people understand write-offs. I think people think like when you write off something, the government gives you money for it. And that's not how it works.
Yep.
Write-offs are literally, say you have $100, you buy a computer, not a computer. Here, say you have $500, you buy a computer for $250. So you're left with $250, right?
Yeah.
Obviously. You made that $500 in the year, but you're writing off that $250. They don't give you, whatever $250 back for getting a computer. It's not how it works. They write it off. So they basically look at your number and they're like, hey, you, instead of making $500 this year, you really only made $250 because you had a $250 write-off. So we're only going to tax you for $250.
Yeah, instead of the
and
$500.
You get taxed less. And that's what people do. Businesses will literally have so many expenses to the point where they only made like $30,000 in the year. So they can only tax them for that.
Or don't they file shit as losses?
Yeah, that too. You can do that. And people wonder, they're like, tax the rich, but you can't. You can't tax the rich when they're getting around it by, you have to restructure that whole system, but you can't because you're allowed to write off.
Because then motherfuckers will take their business and take it to China.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. Dumb question. Is there another question in the book?
Hell yeah. We're kind of gonna switch up the fucking
Switch it up.
Switch it up.
I want to see some muff.
That's what I want to see.
Do you consider yourself a cliche type of guy when it comes to love and relationships?
Oh, I feel like you wrote this question just for me.
Are you a fucking cliche?
I am the guy that everybody says they want, but they don't want once they got it. You know what I mean? I'm the person that will hold the door for you, open your car door, pull out your chair, buy you some flowers.
Chivalry.
Yeah, I do all that shit for a woman. I'm pretty good when it comes to the relationship. I try to work things out. I don't really like to argue or nothing like that. I'm not yelling. I try not to be a shitty person to the person I'm dating. You know what I mean? I don't try to abuse them mentally or anything like that. I've kind of learned a lot along the ways, in relationships and shit. And I try to treat people right.
The way you want to be treated.
For real. Well, the way they should be treated, right? But everybody's
ain't nobody out there that want to be treated like shit, Big Chris.
Yeah, but they think they don't want to be treated like shit, yet they get in a relationship where they get treated like shit, and then they stay in that relationship and then bitch about it the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I've always said that. There's been so many times, and I was actually talking about this the other day with someone about the whole situation. I was like, you know how many times that somebody's been madly in love with me? They're like shit. They're happy. They're like, oh my God, why can't I find a guy like you? Blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden it just seems like they get cold feet.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, oh, we just can't date. I just don't know if I could date a person like you. We were talking about it because it's I say it's looks, right? I say it was a looks factor. Somebody's just like, oh, I want to date you because you treat me right, but I don't you're kind of ugly. And we were
wait, what?
I had a chick tell me that one time, bro.
Damn, what?
Yeah, she was like, you're really awesome and blah blah blah, and I love your eyes and I love your personality and I love how you treat me, blah blah blah. But I just can't be with you because you don't look good.
Oh, so she basically saying she just doesn't find you sexually attractive.
Whatever, however you want to say it, sure.
Should have been like, why don't you let me whip out this cock?
That's not the way I play it usually, but I was just I took it kind of hard. I was like, damn, okay, but like it's happened so many times that like that's what I don't understand. We were talking about it. I'm just like, I've literally put myself out there and I let people fuck me over constantly, right? I get fucked over in the end. And like I do all this shit and I go above and beyond and I'm like, did I just love them too much and they didn't know how to be loved, or did I just, like, was it overwhelming or something?
Or were you barking up the wrong tree?
Yeah, you just never know. And I'm like, but that's my thing. It always ends with that, like, oh, like, you're such an amazing person. How are you single, right? That's usually how it goes. How the hell are you single? How has nobody picked you up or whatever? But then they end up not dating me either. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like, how the fuck you go say some shit like that, but then get cold feet and basically back out in the last minute too? I don't understand.
I get what you're saying.
But I will. I will say I'm a cliche person. I really don't give a fuck. If I love you, I love you, or I'm going to do shit for you.
You're going to do shit that you've seen in movies for them.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's so, you know how much shit that, like, this kind of sounds really fucking bad. You know how many times I've seen something like, oh, that would be cute to do with a girlfriend or whatever, and I've saved it. I've like either saved a screenshot of it or saved whatever. And I'm like, I'm going to do this once I get a girlfriend, or like, once I have somebody to do this.
Shit, maybe you should do that now for a girl you want to be.
And then I just be, whatever. And then I'd be sitting on it until that time. And you're right. I could probably be doing some shit like that, but
you're just scared that you're just going to waste your time.
Yeah.
Because that ain't going to be your girlfriend.
Yeah. It's one of them situations where it's like, I fucks with the person, but like at the same time, it's like, I don't know if that it's the same.
If she's reciprocating the same feeling.
Exactly. And then I also don't want to do something to fuck something up and then be left with nothing. You know what I mean?
You don't want to be that guy that you think that she wants to be with you and shit, and you're barking up the wrong tree when in reality she just wanted to be your homie.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying. And like, and that's the thing. Like, that's one of those things.
That's just happened to you a couple times.
It has, and I've learned basically at this point to just not jump all in on the situations. You know what I mean?
Well, maybe you just ain't never learned what the friend zone was.
What do you mean I ain't learned what the friend zone is?
That's been a problem for you. You just don't know how to tell when a bitch wants to be your friend and when a bitch wants to be with you.
No, because I've had plenty of female friends and I don't get attracted to them like that. I still have friends to this day that are just female. I'm
saying you thought she was a love interest, but I have the whole time
that we was just buddies.
She was just buddies.
No,
then you end up getting hurt.
That was like the last.
That was only last time.
No, it was only really the last one because the whole other situation of the person I was talking to that had nothing to do with the friend zone. That was
okay. All right.
That was the whole baby daddy thing. The ex-husband thing.
Yeah.
But the one you were referring to, yes, I will agree with you. That was my bad on my part. You know what I mean? But
you just fell too hard.
Yeah, and I think that's one of those things.
Too fast.
Like, when I really like somebody, I really like them, and like nothing gets in the way of that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I'm the first man to be like, drop all the hoes for a girl that I just started talking.
Oh my
It's like one of them situations. It's like, hi, nice to meet you, and be like, hi, I just lost 27 women that I was talking to. You know what I mean? It's one of them situations.
I love this bitch.
And then that's why I can't be up on dating apps and shit though either. We was talking about that because motherfuckers be like, I don't know. I don't like just a person for their looks. You know what I mean? Like I can be like, damn, that chick's hot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, she's really sexy. But like when I'm up, like if I'm up on Bumble or if I'm up on Tinder or something.
He's up on Bumble, Tinder, Amazon dating, plenty of fish, Christian Mingle. He's on them all.
I was like, I don't just look at the picture and swipe left or right. I actually read the profile, you know what I mean? And try to like learn. And like, I can just tell, like, when bitches just be posting its titties, ass, them in a bikini, every picture is them showing off their body. In my mind, I'm like, you ain't got nothing to bring to the table. You're really you're doing this because
some ass and titties.
You want people to find you attractive for how you look and not your personality, because your personality is probably shit.
Who you really are.
Yeah, and that's not how I think about it. I want to fall in love with somebody or like somebody for their personality versus their looks. I don't care what you look like for the most part, but like I want to find comfort. I want to be comfortable with somebody. I want to find deep connection and have deep conversations and feel comfortable and enjoy the company of somebody over just fucking or what you look like. Oh, she's a hot piece of shit. I just got a hot piece to walk around with on my arm all the time. I don't give a fuck about that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want somebody to show off.
Yeah.
That's not what it's about. Like, I'm not walking around being like, oh, look at me. I'm ugly as fuck, but look who I'm dating. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm going to show you off regardless. And it's not
because
like,
I love you.
Yeah, but it's not like a cocky show off. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to show you off because I fucking love you and I think you're amazing. But I'm not going to show you off just to be like, look what I got. You know what I mean? And that's where I think people get it mixed up. Some girls feel like guys be doing that to them. And like, sometimes that's not the case. Like when you post a picture or something, like say you post a picture of Rachel with like hard eyes or some shit, you're not showing her off because you're like, ooh, look what I got. You're showing her off because you're like, damn, I really love this person. Like, look at my girl.
Yeah.
And that's like the difference, you know what I mean? But some people just use you some dudes just use
as a trophy.
As a trophy, and it's shitty.
That's whole.
So yeah, I'm a cliche guy. How about you, Christian? Are you a cliche guy?
I think in some ways yes, but in some ways no.
Explain, what do you mean?
I think I just love the way that I love, and I don't like.
What are things you don't like to do that are cliche? Why do you find them cliche, and why do you refuse to do them? Or why do you not do them?
I mean, I will do some cliche things, but the point of me asking somebody that is, are you the type that like watch a movie and be like, oh my God, that's so cute. I should do that. I think that's something I should do. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's just some shit that like.
I'll hold a boombox in the rain.
Yeah.
I would do that.
That's what I'm saying. I would never do that.
You would never do that?
No. I just pull up to your crib, knocking on the door like, baby, you need to open up the fucking door.
I'll hold it out. I'll be like, bitch, take me back. What did I do? Please. I love you.
You
got the Whit Lowry on the jukebox. I'm going through it. I love that. Well, you just like, I don't want to be seeing no Whit Lowry up on your Instagram story.
I see him, if I see that Whit Lowry playing or the Pharaoh playing, I know it ain't been a good day for Big Chris.
You ain't wrong, bro. You ain't wrong.
And my girl knows too. She's like, oh, it ain't been a good day.
You got that right. Shit. Am I that predictable? Damn.
Hey, we know when you posted some shit. We're like, yep, ain't been a good day.
Kind of like that time your dad messaged you, was like, is Big Crispy all right?
Is Big Crispy all right?
Did you see the shit he posted on Facebook?
Yeah, my dad used to do that shit to me.
Is he thinking about killing himself?
Yeah, for real.
I was like, damn, Lynn, I'm fine.
Is he all right? Jesus fuck Christ. Yeah, he's fine.
Bro, I find the sadness in like, I don't know. I find sad music like really
therapeutic.
I like it. Yeah, therapeutic, really intriguing, and I connect more with it. That's why I like to listen to it. Same with like quotes and videos and shit like that. I find those intriguing. I like those more. Everybody has a preference. I'm not a happy-go-lucky all the time person, you know what I mean? I'm not sharing shit like today's a good day when really I'm fucking dying.
Feels like a good day.
Yeah, when I'm dying inside, like fuck that, bro. I'm gonna be real about it.
I know.
And it is what it is. What's next up in this little brown book? We got the last couple questions, or was that it?
Oh, we got. Is it wrong to believe in your friend, even if you know he's gonna fail, and it's a bad idea?
To an extent. To an extent.
Like, even if you got that one friend that thinks he's really good at something and you know he's bad, should you feed into it just for his self-satisfaction?
If it's innocent, yes. If it's a friend, if it's a friend that wants to start a rap career and they kind of suck at it, it's okay to hype them up. You know what I mean? Just hype them up. Let them live in the glory, right?
Yeah.
But if your friend thinks he's a amazing base jumper and he really sucks at base jumping, don't hype his ass up. Tell him straight up,
Or
like,
he
bro,
thinks
you
he's
don't.
a good rock climber and he wants to go climb the Rockies. Motherfucker's gonna end up Rocky dead.
If it's something dangerous, you should probably tell him no. But if it's something that's funny, you can get a couple laughs out. Might as well. Shit, you pursuing a comedy career. If one of your friends want to pursue a comedy career.
Yeah, that's innocent.
That's
The
innocent.
crowd will let him know if he's good
For
or not.
real. Let him get up on a couple shows, come support him. Just kind of like we're going to go support old boy at the basketball game, on Saturday on the 12th. We're going to roll up.
But
fucking
most good
record that shit.
comedians bomb all the fucking time.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to find the connection to your jokes, and you got to know your crowd. If your crowd's different, then there's nothing you can do about it.
You can't be up in fucking California talking about Donald Trump. You know what I mean? But if you're in South Carolina at the fucking Little John Coliseum in Clemson, South Carolina, maybe you could pull off some Donald Trump jokes and people's gonna laugh. You know what I mean?
think, yeah, but like most comedians that start out right, they don't have that luxury. But if you are an established comedian, you have a crowd that follows you and likes your comedy. So they're going to come to your show, right? You may
Yeah.
have one or two people that are mixed in, kind of like that recent Dave Chappelle special when there was that chick with blue hair. I don't know if you've seen it. There's this chick, there's really big fat chick and a chick with blue hair, and they're sitting in like the middle of the row, and you see them on camera all the time, and they just look pissed as fuck that whole special. Like they're just mad the whole time. Like, why would you come to that? If like, you know what I mean? Why come to Dave Chappelle's routine if you was just going to be mad?
That's like a fucking Bernie Sanders supporter going to a Ron DeSantis fucking.
Exactly. So like those could be one of those people where they're like, oh, I heard Dave Chappelle was a good comedian. I've never seen any of his work. Let me go to a show. And then they get disappointed because it's not what they think it was.
Hell no,
Like-
they be making fun of you and all your goddamn homies.
So that shit may happen to some people, but like, as a beginning comedian and a comedian that's kind of working their way through the system, you just kind of have to make jokes that are neutral that you find funny.
Yeah, fuck neutral joke.
Like the whole Jew in the oven thing.
Oh God,
that joke of mine, that joke always fucking hits when it
that
hits.
shit ain't gonna work in Israel. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, but some people don't find it funny. But I tell you what, if I get up on stage and I tell that joke, a bunch of people be laughing.
Hell yeah, I'd be laughing.
Shit. So I mean, it is what it is. What do you have any friends that were pursuing careers and things they shouldn't be doing that you may be supporting or not supporting?
Not that I can really think of, but whatever.
Kind of like the old the boy we was listening to last night when we was on the call that somebody was hyping up, and we searched it up on YouTube. It was
Oh
listening to that bullshit.
God.
They should have told that kid, this ain't it, bro. This ain't it.
I think he's had his YouTube channel for 10 years and it ain't working out for him. That new album sucks.
10 years and 500 subscribers. That's pretty bad, bro.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's a long fucking time.
Definitely.
I mean, I could see if he for 8 years he didn't really post shit, but and then he tried to start in the last 2 years and he got a couple hundred.
Yeah, but
But if you're posting heavy for 10 years and you only got 500 subscribers, that ain't good. About one a month.
that's so true. That's so shitty, bro. I feel bad for him, but damn, bro, stop it. Just stop it. If you know who you are, just stop.
Fucking
Stop making it. Why'd you make a documentary about yourself when you make a documentary about yourself for 10 people, bro? Like, what the fuck? 10 people watch that
Don't
shit.
nobody give a fuck.
No.
Motherfuckers that watch
You
that
haven't
shit.
even made it yet. You can't make it. That's my thing. You cannot make a documentary about yourself and your come up unless you have established yourself. If you are unestablished, your life still
Can't
is in
have
the
a
beginning.
documentary until you make a milli.
You're still in the beginning of the documentary, right? If you haven't even established yourself as a well-known person, how can you have a documentary? Because
Can't.
that is the beginning of the documentary, is you going through the struggle until you're well-known.
If you still in the struggle, you can't have a goddamn documentary.
For real.
Hey, what the fuck you documenting?
That's like
you flipping burgers at McDonald's, making music in the studio at night in your homie's basement. That's fucking exciting.
The problem with the documentary was the audio and the video weren't even synced up at all. There was clips where it was synced, and there was clips where like he was rapping, and it was a video of him rapping, and the song and the rap were not fucking him speaking were not even close.
He probably got some crackhead on Hamilton Road over there to fucking do it.
Hey, I need you to edit this for me, bud.
Oh my god.
He just edited it on his phone, probably. That's
probably
what he
shit.
did.
Him and his homies.
The other homies that look
they all got the Lavelle money.
They look like they're in the vicinity themselves.
Oh, shit. I mean, I ain't surprised.
We're assholes.
We're fucking horrible.
We're bad. What's the next docket? Or is that the last question?
I think that might have been the last question. I think that was the last question.
Okay. Then I got to tell you this because we were talking about it a little bit about this story. So I was sitting down talking with a certain someone, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? We were chit-chat. And I said, this thought kind of popped in my head. Because there was somebody else that may have been close by that I don't really fuck. Like, they're cool, but you know what I mean? But like, I wouldn't trust them with my life kind of deal.
Yeah, I feel you.
And I asked this person, I go, if some shit popped off and like, you know, I hit you up and I was like, hey, like, I'm getting arrested, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to tell them why I'm getting arrested, right? I'm getting arrested. I don't want anybody to know what's going on, but I need you to call my boss and tell them that I ain't going to be there for a couple days. And just if they ask, just make up a story and help me out, right? You know what I mean?
All they have to say is you got COVID, you're on a ventilator.
Well, this is the story the person decided to tell. You know what the poor person said? They're like, I'm going to tell them we was out at the bar together.
Oh my God.
And you had to take a shit. You started running and you was waddling and you slipped, fell, got a concussion. And now you in the hospital.
Well, shit, that's pretty believable.
And you shit your pants. I was like, bro, fuck you. Why would you tell them? And it was not, I was like, don't tell people I shit my pants.
You come to work and everybody call you shitty britches.
For real. I was like, don't be telling people that. That's fucked up, bro. Like, you can't be doing that. And I'm just thinking, like, if I was in that situation, I called you and I said I'm getting arrested, what's the excuse you're making?
I just told you.
You
tested positive for COVID and they put you on a ventilator.
That's it.
Yeah.
If you had to let's say you had to make up a ridiculous story. How would you tell
a ridiculous story about why you're in the hospital or why
I'm not going to be there for a couple of days? Like, just make up this one. I want you to make up a random story for me, and then I'll make up a random story for you.
Oh, I would say that your baby mom moved to South Carolina and she's fighting you for custody, and you had to go to the state of South Carolina for a custody battle.
I mean, that's not bad.
No, hell no.
I was thinking you was going to make up something real elaborate, though.
I mean, you can't make up something real elaborate.
What do you mean?
Because
That'd be funny as fuck.
You can look into some shit like that.
Who's going to be looking at it? Oh, I guess.
Probably your boss. What?
I'm going to call up Christian's work. I'm going to be like, listen, Christian Klein's not going to make it for a couple days. I'll be like, what the fuck's going on with him? I'll be like, here's the DL, you know, we was out, you know, trying to record. Well, I wouldn't even say that. I'd be like, we was out and about helping a friend move, and we was moving some shit or whatever, and we had to back up the truck into the back alley, and as we backed up the truck in the back alley, we just stumbled upon two people that wasn't, you know, they weren't supposed to be there, and they fucking took him, bro. They took him and they kidnapped his ass, and they just gave us a fucking, like, you know, a call, and they was like, you gotta get your boy back for a couple $1,000s or some shit, like he'd been kidnapped, and I'm gonna make up
and
a whole...
I told them motherfuckers they could keep it.
We making up this whole story. We got the police. We're working with the police right now. Blah blah blah. We're gonna have
this
to put
is an ongoing investigation. We're not allowed to say much.
Yeah, we're not allowed to speak about it. You know, blah blah blah. He'll be back to work as soon as possible.
If you have any further questions, you can call the Columbus Police Department.
And then when we send you back to work, though, we're gonna have to like smack you. We're gonna have to pistol whip you, though. You gotta make it look real. We're gonna have to like get a little bit of cuts on your head, get you some bruises.
I come back into work. I'm like, feeling my best today.
What's going on, Chris? Are you
Walk into
alright?
work, both my eyes are bloodshot red. I'm like, just not feeling the best today.
You should see the things they was doing to me.
I've seen some things.
He whipped his dick out to the other guy that got kidnapped and said, if you don't suck it, I'm going to blow your brains out.
So God.
They said if I didn't take 12 dicks in the mud, I wasn't going to make it out here.
They told me if I didn't suck and fuck, I was gonna die. I can't even look myself in the mirror.
His cum tasted so bad.
I gotta wear diapers now. I'm sorry. I was gonna come in a couple days earlier, but I had to go to the hospital for rectal bleeding.
My sphincter will never be the same.
You know that feeling when you drink too many beers and you wake up and you're just shitting water, diarrhea. That's how the rest of my life is gonna be. Fucking awful.
I stood up too fast and shit myself.
I'll just never be the same.
Oh, fuck, man. That would be so bad.
Oh, it's over. I'll be working remotely from now on.
You just quit. I said the same thing. I was telling that person, I said, you tell my coworkers I shit my pants and I go to work and somebody mentions it, I quit. I'm not working there anymore. They'd be like, Big Crispy, are you okay? I heard you shit yourself. I'd be like, motherfucker. I would just quit. I just quit.
But you ever suck cock to survive? Unless you've been working over on Sullivan Avenue, you don't know shit about this.
You ever suck cock to
Don't get it twisted. You ever suck cock to survive? You don't know my life, bitch.
God damn.
Don't you even comment on what I've been through the last 5 days. I had to suck cock and now I shit myself.
God damn, bro. My looks are so bad. Oh, shit.
Big Crispy's been having chest pains the last couple of days. He said he couldn't even drink last night because he thought he was going to die.
That's probably not the healthiest coping habits, right?
Probably not.
I think I'm having a heart attack. I'm not going to the hospital.
I'm not going to the hospital. I probably shouldn't drink these fucking seltzers.
That's what I decided to do. I said, I might just call it early tonight. Just go relax.
I think I might be dying. I think I might as well just go to bed.
Brother.
Fuck it. I guess if I die in my sleep, that's peaceful, right?
No, that's my problem. I don't want that to happen.
I think if anybody else would have done it, they'd be like, fuck, I guess if I'm dying, I might as well drink me a couple seltzers.
You know how shitty that would be if I fucking died in my sleep and then you like wake up, you don't
wake up if you died, motherfucker.
Like you think you're dreaming and you're like, oh, am I in hell right now? Or like, am I in heaven? And you'd be like, oh, I'm just sleeping. I'm just dreaming about heaven. Or I'm dreaming about hell. And you walk up to the gates or you walk up to the devil and they'd be like, no, you dead.
You're dead, motherfucker.
I'd be so pissed, bro.
We just been fucking with you. We put you on that little angel thing and made you like you're seeing yourself go higher and higher and higher till you're going to heaven. But no, motherfucker, we're just using the same type of comedy you like. He was going higher to hell.
I'd be so mad, bro. If I was in front of God and some shit like that happened, say that whole situation is real, and I get up to the pearly gates and the God's like, welcome to heaven. I'll be like, I'm not dead. I was just asleep. He'd be like, no, you's dead. Like, you died in your sleep. I'll be like, I didn't even get to try them hard seltzer sodas. Fuck you, Jesus. Put me back down on earth or something. God damn it, man.
I wanted some of them hard seltzer sodas.
I left work on my lunch break to find a convenience store that had these sons of bitches. And you telling me I didn't even get to try them and then I died? I'd be mad. I'd be like,
I'm still waiting.
Put me back on earth.
Some bitch is going to hear this shit and she's going to hear me say, you ever suck cock to survive? And she's going to be like, that motherfucker gets it. She's like, I've done more than suck cock to survive. I'll tell you that.
If they're sucking cock to survive, they've been through something
They've
traumatic.
been through some shit.
That's what you should say. Next time somebody discriminates you or something, or you just feel like they're talking shit to you, just be like, you don't know nothing, man.
You ever suck cock to survive?
Never gonna get old. I'm putting that as a soundbite. Next time we went to Tony, just fucking. Oh,
We'll just let you know I'm packing penis.
I got that one.
I just want to let you know I'm packing penis.
Oh shit! But we need that soundbite followed up by the 8 inches of cock.
Cock is such a fucking funny word to me. I don't know why.
You ever saw cock to survive 8 inches of cock? That would make it sound like you really had to go through some shit, bro. Oh fuck!
I just want to let y'all know that I ain't never sucked cock to survive. I'll tell you that.
Would you suck cock to survive?
Fuck no, I would suck no cock.
So if a gunman had a gun to your head, he was like, "You sucking my dick, or you die and you go out brave? You just die."
How good's my life at that point?
Say the podcast blows up, we got millions. They don't want your money. He just wants you to suck cock. He'll let you go.
That's so shitty, Dad.
Would you just do it and never talk about it?
That's a good question.
And then he shows back up to your doorstep one day and says, "You're going to give me $50,000. I'm going to release this."
If he shows back up to my fucking doorstep, I'm going to fucking blow his head off.
But you're going to keep that on the down low. You won't tell anybody.
I'm going to say he tried to break an enter. Breaking an entry.
But would you tell anybody? How are you going to tell?
If I suck cock, why the fuck would I tell anybody about it?
What if you would say something dramatic like that? You might.
What do you think I'm going to get up on Dr. Phil and be like, there was this one time and he put a gun to my head and he said I needed to suck his cock. No, I'm not going to fucking say that shit.
You wouldn't even tell me?
That I suck some cock? No. The fuck? That shit's going to the grave. Just like you thought that tax return from last year was going to the grave with you.
Fuck that tax return.
Just like my dad said. He said, they send me that bill. Me being on the ventilator. That's going to the grave with me.
Oh, shit, that'd be funny as fuck, bro. Some shit like that happened. The cops be like, why'd you shoot him? And you're going to say breaking and entering, and then they're going to be like, there's got to be more to this story. And then they find the video in that guy's car.
Oh, my God.
He had a videotape of you sucking his cock. And with a note trying to exploit you. The cops are like, sir, Christian, we're going to need you to do a little bit of explaining about this. Would you tell the cops that if they got you on video?
If they got me on video, it's over.
You actually go down to the police precinct and be explaining this shit.
And then I'd say the famous line, You ever suck cock to survive? Cause I have. Not my proudest moment.
As an officer, I'd feel so bad, but I'd be laughing.
That reminds me of that time Label said, I think if I was bi, it'd be a little easier.
No, that reminds me though, the one time when I was doing security, and we caught a guy stealing, and we were asked him like, why are you stealing or whatever, and he was like, oh, my dealer told me to steal this for him. He gave me a fix, and the guy I was working with asked him, he's like, do you normally steal for drugs or whatever? And he goes, nah, normally I just give up my body for drugs.
Oh my God.
I was thinking in my head, I was like, bro, that's bad. And then he started rapping. And he was rapping, saying some shit. And he's like, suck some dick for some meth. But I was like, bro, like, shut the fuck
That
up.
is down bad.
You be sucking dick for drugs? Shit. That's messed up, man. I could never do that.
Hell no.
I don't understand why bitches be giving themselves up for drugs.
Yeah, I guess in a low.
Especially for weed, of all things. Bitch, you have no right giving up. Well, you must be down bad if you giving up yourself for some weed. Come the fuck on.
I know.
You addicted to heroin. You addicted to meth. I can see it, right? You're not in the right state of mind. You're fucked up. But some tree... Bitch, come on. You just a slut.
You can go get a gram for $10.
You just a slut giving up that pussy for some weed.
Jesus fuck.
He loves me. He just loves me. My dealer loves me. Yeah, he loves getting free pussy for giving up $5 worth of weed. Shit, come on. What do you mean?
That's horrible.
What bitches be doing that, bro? They be doing that shit.
Oh.
It's sad. It is a sad place.
I'm tired of thinking about bitches that be sucking cock to survive. I think we need to wrap this shit up.
Hey, we can do it, bro. I think this turned out to be a really good episode.
No, I think it did too.
And if you didn't listen to last episode, the forbidden episode, if you want to hear some more about some cocks, go to that episode. If you want to hear about certain patterns, somebody at work, getting diddled in the butt.
Diddled in the butt. And,
like a little bit of butt play.
Bringing home tranny bitches.
A little bit of Big Crispy secrets. A little bit of Christian sleeves. Hey, luxurious jerk-off sessions.
Oh, my God. With the balloon and the KY jelly.
I'm telling you, KY jelly sales about to go up, baby.
Damn straight.
Shit, you got anything to say to the people?
All I got to say is don't suck cock to survive. And we going to be right here back and better than ever next week.
True that.
Good night, babies. That's all I got to say.
Hey, like I said, check out the vlog channel. Check out the vlog.
Like and subscribe.
Get on them exclusives. Yes, drop a like, drop a follow, drop a subscribe. And you know what? We love you all. And we can't wait to interact with you some more. And we're going to get into Song of the Day.
Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel also
True.
for you Apple Podcast motherfuckers out there.
For real, get up on that shit. And you know what? It's time for Song of the Day. Big Crispy's pick. It's Kill Jasper. Pretend. We will see you
Good night, baby.
next week, Friday.